Hello, students. Welcome to my English session. In this session, we will be discussing about the lesson A Hero by R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan was one of India's most celebrated English language novelists. He is best known for creating the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi, where many of his stories are set. His writing is admired for its simplicity, gentle humor, and deep understanding of ordinary human life. R.K. Narayan's celebrated works are Malgudi Days, Swami and His Friends, The Guide, The Bachelor of Arts, The English Teacher, and many more. Our lesson, A Hero, is an extract from his famous work, Swami and His Friends. Let's know about his awards and honors. He has got Sahitya Academy Award in 1960 for his novel The Guide and Padma Bhushan Award in 1964 for his distinguished contribution to the literature. A.C. Benson Medal in the year 1980 and Padma Vibhushan in the year 2000. Coming to his other honors, he was elected as a member of Royal Society of Literature UK and nominated to the upper house of the Indian Parliament for his contribution to literature and education. Let's have a quick look at the characters of the lesson, A Hero. Swami, an 11-year-old boy who is innocent, imaginative, and timid. Timid here means shy, yet shows the real courage at the end. Next is Swami's father, a strict, disciplined, and authoritative man who pushes Swami to become brave. Swami's mother, a gentle and caring lady who looks after the house and the family with love. Next comes Swami's granny, a kind old lady who tells Swami stories every night and confronts him. And we have so many minor characters, which includes the burglar, cook, and others who appear briefly in the story. We all know about the characters now. Let's begin the summary. Here, one thing I recommend you students to imagine the story. Picturize the story as though it is happening in front of you because imagination has vivid power in it. It will help you a lot to remember. Let's begin our summary. The opening scene of the lesson A Hero by R.K. Narayan begins with Swami's father reading a newspaper. As he reads aloud, he comes across a report about a brave young boy who courageously fought a tiger. This incident sparks a discussion between Swami and his father about bravery and courage. As the argument between Swami and his father intensifies, it gradually turns into a challenge, then into an order, and finally into a command. Swami is forced to prove his courage by sleeping alone in his father's office room. Swami tries to divert his father's attention by talking about his cricket team. He says that they are procuring new bats and balls and are even ready to admit older boys into the team. However, his father remains adamant and strict, sticking firmly to his command. Swami realizes he cannot escape the situation and starts giving excuses. He says he will begin sleeping alone from the next month. He requests if he can sleep in the hall instead of room. He imagines dangers like dust and darkness in the office room. And even the scorpions too. Rami fears that scorpions might be hiding behind the law books. He nervously asks if he can keep a lamp burning in the room. However, his father refuses to accept any of his excuses. Finally, his father allows only one concession. The door of the office room might be left open. With a heavy heart, Swami lies down on the bench in his father's office room. He is unable to sleep because he is alone, unlike other nights when he slept beside his grandmother. Being alone, his mind fills with fear and thoughts of ghosts. Swami recalls all the ghost stories he has heard from his friends and becomes extremely nervous. Out of fear, he gathers his beddings and creeps under the bench. Trembling, he wraps himself tightly in his blanket and curls his body beneath the bench. The darkness of the room makes him even more frightened. As he finally dozes off, he has a nightmare of tiger chasing him. Suddenly, he wakes up from the nightmare on hearing a sound from outside. Swami notices a dark, shadowy figure moving towards him from the window side. Terrified as the figure comes closer, Swami reacts instinctively, means immediately, without any thinking. He tightly grabs the figure and bites it with his only weapon, his teeth. A loud crying sound is heard from the office room. Hearing the noise, Swami's father, mother, cook, and grandmother rush into the room. They find a burglar lying on the floor with a bleeding ankle. The burglar's ankle is bleeding due to Swami's bite. It turns out that he is a notorious burglar wanted in that district. Swami's father, along with the cook and others, catch hold of the burglar. The burglar is then handed over to the police. Swami's brave act of catching the burglar becomes famous throughout the town of Malgudi. The police are very pleased and congratulate Swami for his courage. The next day at school, everyone feels proud of him. The next day at school, everyone felt proud of him. His teachers congratulated him, patted him on the back, and encouraged him. His friends were delighted and praised him. They proudly called him a true scout. Swami became a hero overnight because of his brave act. However, the next day, his father again wanted him to sleep alone in the office room. Swami's mother and grandmother strongly opposed this idea. They did not want to disturb the sleep of the 11-year-old boy. That evening, even before his father returned home, Swami went and slept beside his grandmother around 7:30 p.m. only. Later, his father complained that the mother and the grandmother were overprotective. He said they were mollycoddling Swami and spoiling him. But both the mother and grandmother firmly insisted that he should not be forced to sleep alone again, especially after the previous night's incident. Hearing this, Swami felt greatly relieved. In fact, he was not asleep. He was pretending to sleep while covering his face with the blanket and listening to the conversation. He felt happy and safe beside his grandmother. Coming to the inference of the story, that means what all the things that we can understand according to the story. First one, courage is not the absence of fear. Swami is afraid of sleeping alone, yet he faces the situation. Real courage means acting despite fear, not being fearless. Pressure can create unexpected strength. Swami's father pushes him into a difficult situation. Though it seems harsh, it pushes Swami beyond his limits. Challenges and pressure often reveal hidden bravery. Society often misunderstands heroism. Swami becomes a hero after catching the burglar. But this happens accidentally while he was terrified. People may prize outcomes without knowing the true struggle behind them. We can also understand that parenting styles influence children. Swami's father is strict and determined, while his mother and grandmother are protective and caring. Different parenting approaches shape a child's confidence and fears. Imagination can intensify fear. Swami's fear grows in the dark because of his imagination. Our minds can exaggerate fear when we are alone or uncertain. Let's conclude this session with a courageous quote. Courage isn't having the strength to go on, it is going on when you don't have strength, by Napoleon Bonaparte. Thank you all for watching my session. For more such videos, subscribe to my channel, Your English Friend. Thank you all.